Hello and welcome, my fab fans, to Storytime with Glamour. I will be reading Chapter 7 of Chaos Castle, POV of General Gorgon. I hope you enjoy. I was summoned by General Wen. Knowing that their back meant I no longer held my title as general. They would be so much better as a leader. But I still don't understand why they leave every time a king dies for 10 years. I want the title of king, but Wen doesn't. It bothers me that they can be okay with only being a general and not having a final judgment call, especially when they have such strong followers. His pet Dahlia and that witch, Aurora. Was it now? Yes. Such strong people. Even the witch queen feared Wen. Nobody can defeat them, but they can't protect everyone. While Sora remains alive, a cult of curses is waiting to take back the castle as revenge. I'm only letting them roam because of what they have done to my son. Who knew humans could use and harness magic with the help of artifacts? I will learn more about Wen. There has to be some form of dirt on them, some way to have power over them, other than their friends, having them under me as I take control of everything and using them for my bidding. If I had them under my hand, listening to me, we could rule the world, everything being under my control, making the whole world under one nation. Not ethnicity, just country. Imagining a world with no wars would be fantastic. Optimize advancements in technology and medicine to make life easier, but still give people purpose and motivation to do better. Maybe even make it so everyone can learn more and be better. Still, I would want Wen to live with it too. What motivates them? Motivates who? General Wen said as he walked up to me. Not important, just a personal issue, General Gorgon says as he strengthens his stance. I forgot they can do mind reading. Nothing wrong with a little mind reading. Lets you know what people are up to, General Wen says. Anyway, isn't it time for the meeting you called to take back your position as general? General Gorgon says. You can keep getting called general. We don't have to change that. The only difference is how meaningful our words are. Mine hold more power because of how long I've been alive, General Wen says. Yeah, how old are you? General Gorgon says. They can't be that old, right? I mean, they still move swiftly in fights. Older than you, and thanks. I try hard to take down my enemies swiftly. The longer a person has free will in a fight, the more that they can potentially get hurt. I wouldn't like anyone to get hurt, Wen says. But you attack them. Saying that makes you a hypocrite, General Gorgon says. Ask yourself this. If they're dead, where are the bodies? Wen says. I never thought about what happened to them. I've never seen a maid have to clean up any blood. Where do they go? Then what happens? General Gorgon says. I don't think you're ready to know. Since you can't comprehend the thought that I might have never killed someone before, that I have never overstepped my morals or boundaries, because I don't believe in making a call unless I can ensure the safety of as many as possible. The possibility that someone I care about would get hurt isn't a thought. It's just a way to save or help them. Even if I don't know how to, I will do everything possible to ensure their safety. The only reason I let the king bloodline stay in power is that I do not want the stress or blame of being the final call. Something only humans can handle, because your lives are so short, like how your pets live, compared to yours. General Wen says as he dances around me in a taunting way and pats my head like a pet. I am not a pet, General Gorgon says as his face turns red. Wen, can you not taunt him? King Gennaro says. Sorry, it's just too easy to. I can never tell when I'm going too far. I'm sorry about that, Wen says as they brush my hair out of my face. Hello, I hope I am not too late, Dahlia says. Just on time, Wen says. I hope that I can be part of this too, since I handle the finances, Queen Celestia says. I invited you, just so you can keep records, love, Gennaro says to his loving wife. I hope I'm not imposing. I have the ranking records for us to go through too. It's best to keep the archives organized, Maverick, the archivist, says. Well, hello. It's nice to meet you. I hope we can properly introduce this time. I recognize you from the Witch Queen's ruling. I think her name was Sora, but I don't remember you being old enough at the time. So what shall I call you, Wen says. You can call me Maverick. I started working before the old queen disappeared, Maverick says. Disappeared? What do you mean by that? Wen says. We should get going to the meeting. We have a lot to discuss for the records, General Gorgon says. Yes, it is critical that we get the records sorted. You also need to be caught up since you've been away so long, Maverick says. Yes, where have you been? I went home. For 10 years? How far away do you live for it to take you 10 years to go back and forth? What is so important that you have to go there every 100 so years? General Gorgon says. Silence. This isn't important, Gorgon. You keep your pay where it is, but you will no longer be the army's general, as your rank will be lower than Wen's. All your reports should be to them or Dahlia, Wen's apprentice. Maverick, before the records are filed, you will have to fill in Wen on a few of our current events and my stepdaughter's ball to help her get wed. King Gennaro says. You already filled me in, but I would like to look at the recruits to see what they may lack. I already could see they look weaker and slower than before, Wen says. I've learned nothing from this. Even the king knows something about Wen. That is probably why they have Wen's loyalty. And that is the end of Chapter 7. Have a good night, my Fab fans, and I hope to see you in the next video.